This is an extremely sharp kitchen knife. The moment it falls it can slice straight through concrete, and this is only while the blade is still unfinished. Knives like this can be seen everywhere on the rack, and the one who forged them was the legendary blade master Melk. It is said his knives can cut steel with ease, but his whereabouts are extremely secretive. Meeting him is harder than reaching the heavens, so Aru and Komatsu traveled countless miles to the forging village. The first problem they faced was how to climb the tens of thousands of steps ahead. Each step was over 2 meters high. For Komatsu it was like a nightmare. They climbed from day until night, but halfway up the mountain Komatsu was scared stiff by a pile of bones. At that moment a hairy beast suddenly appeared behind him. Luckily Aru saved him in time, but before they could catch their breath, a pack of rock wolves appeared in front of them. At this dangerous moment, Aru grabbed Komatsu and leapt over the wolves' heads. They climbed with all their strength. Soon the mountain top came into sight, but the beasts trailing behind suddenly stopped, as if something even scarier was waiting at the peak. So they pushed themselves and reached the summit. Just as Komatsu moved forward to knock on the door, a sharp blade aura rushed at him. The terrifying force left Aru frozen in fear, but Komatsu had no idea, and kept walking dumbly toward the door. Aru hurried forward to stop him, but suddenly a one-eyed monster appeared behind them, clawing toward Komatsu. In that desperate instant, a burst of blade aura shot from the house. It instantly shaved off all the armor from the monster. The vicious beast just moments ago turned shy like a kitten and fled in embarrassment. When they turned back, a man holding a kitchen knife had appeared, and when they learned he was Melk, Aru and Komatsu were both stunned. Before coming here, Komatsu thought Melk would be a burly giant. Aru also had his doubts, but for now they followed the man inside. Seeing the walls filled with peerless knives, Komatsu could not hide his joy, but as he reached to touch one, Melk shouted at him. Still, Komatsu accidentally bumped the rack. He was about to be cut in two, but Aru pulled him back in time, and the ordinary knife sank deep into the cement floor like slicing tofu. Aru picked it up, and saw it was an unfinished blade. The raw material was the tooth of a deep-sea saw shark. Such a fierce beast, how could Melk have slain it? Melk grew displeased at the remark, but Aru flexed his muscles, and with a hand chop struck the ground, splitting it with a deep crack. Seeing this, Melk no longer held back. He stepped outside to duel Aru. He drew his knife and attacked first. Aru countered with a hand chop and dissolved it easily. In that instant Melk blocked with his knife, but the blade cracked from the impact. Yet Melk stayed calm. He rubbed the knife on his shoe and it was as good as new. While Aru and Komatsu stood in shock, Melk unleashed a 5-strike combo, but it only managed to cut Aru's clothes. The next moment Melk was thrown to the ground. Komatsu rushed to tell Aru to stop. Then Melk realized this man was the strongest of the 4 heavenly kings. Aru, with no choice, the fake Melk confessed his true identity. He was only Melk's apprentice. The real Melk had gone searching for a rare whetstone, and had been missing for 2.5 years. Once the misunderstanding was cleared, Komatsu explained his purpose. A few days earlier, Komatsu's treasured knife broke while cutting a hard ingredient. It was a knife he cherished deeply, so he hoped Melk could forge him another. But from his apprentice he learned the waiting list stretched 2.5 years. Komatsu's face was full of disappointment, but when he pulled the broken knife from his bag, the fake Melk was completely stunned. He never expected Komatsu to treasure the knife so much, and immediately promised, if Aru could find the legendary whetstone, he would forge a new knife for Komatsu. So Aru without hesitation went straight to the deadliest abyss in the human world, unaware that a great danger was quietly approaching.